planting our Sudex today. We combined our wheat on Monday and got the straw baled yet Monday afternoon. It was really hot and dry. They hauled manure yesterday. We spread liquid manure on here, about 7,000 gallons the acre. Now we're planting our Sudex. Yeah, and he's in the last field. We have about 39 or 40 acres total. This last field's about 9 acres. Talking about some rain tonight, so I sure hope we get some because it is very, very dry. We're up here scraping out and bedding our old heifer barn here that we call it. Yeah, this one pen here's the biggest pen. It's the biggest ones that are in here. They're getting to be probably 4 months old, around 4 month old on average. But yeah, we had here's the next group down. I'm standing up in the pen, so they maybe look a little smaller than what they they're pretty good size for these, maybe 3.5 months old. Yeah, we were blessed enough to get some rain last night. We had about 3/10 there yesterday afternoon around 4:30, and kind of was watching radar. They were talking about some storms later on. Thought that everything else was going to miss us, but came around and gave us another 8/10, so we got 1 1/10 inches total. And yeah, I was just doing this little figuring. I forget, is it 26 or 27,000 gallons to the acre for 1 inch of rain? So for 1 1/10 inches on the amount of ground we farm, it was like 27, almost 28 million gallons of water. It's just unbelievable when you think about that much water. But yeah, we farm right around 600 acres. But yeah, anyhow, we're feeling very blessed that we got that rain. That's the most rain we probably had for 6 weeks. We had got some rains along. The last decent measurable rain we had was 3-4, almost a month ago now. We had about 8/10. And then last Saturday night we did have 2/10, so that sure was a blessing. But yeah, well, we were getting very, very dry. The corn was stressed worse than I've seen it for a lot of years, with between not getting much rain and then the heat we've been having. So I think most of it will still be all right. There's one field over there on the slate land. It's about 16 acres. It looks pretty rough. I'm pretty sure the yields were hurt on that. But the rest of it, I think we got the rain in time to get it back growing good. And overall, our corn looks fairly decent. Over the ridges, it was pretty rough. And we had top dressed it with some nitrogen there right before it got hot, probably about 2 weeks ago now. And yeah, without getting any rain in there, it was really showing it. And nitrogen, if it just, we had broadcast granular dry fertilizer. I don't like the top dress with liquid because yeah, even if you put the drop nozzles on, if you get this kind of heat, it can really burn it. But we had it burnt worse than I've ever seen it with dry granular. But thankfully we got some good rains, and just hope and pray that if there's anybody in our area that didn't get rain, that they'll get rain too, because it's never nice when you, a couple years ago we had a spell there, I'm gonna say 3-4 years ago. I mean, we were getting rains all around us, but there was a section right through us here, a couple mile wide. It was a couple mile wide that just was not getting any rain at all, hardly. And we did start getting some rain later in the summer, but our corn was definitely short, and ended up putting half decent ears on, but which is good for that. But yeah, the silage didn't add up. We chop a lot of our corn for silage, so we hope and pray for tonnage as well. But one blessing from that, with the shorter corn and decent ears, it did make pretty decent silage because it had higher energy in it. But yeah, every year is a different story with different challenges. We take the good with the bad and pray for the best and trust in the Lord, and yeah, pray He'll give us what He sees fit. Yeah, I wanted to add this yet. The next couple of days, I think between now and Monday or Tuesday, is supposed to be a lot cooler, but then the heat's supposed to crank back up, and they are talking about some more chances of rain Saturday and Sunday, so maybe we'll get another good shot of rain then and be in good shape for another couple days of hot weather. Our soybeans sure appreciated a drink last night. They were looking pretty rough the last couple days. The leaves were all curled up, and yeah, man, there's probably, if you'd measure the corn and the beans, it's in the next 2 days, it'll probably, I don't know how much it'll grow, but I'm pretty sure the corn will probably grow a foot in the next couple days. It's crazy how when it's sitting there waiting for moisture and you get rain and you got the heat, and it'll really take off. But you know, on these beans, I might show you here a little bit. We had showed you the slug damage earlier. You can still see some of the damage there on the bottom leaves. But yeah, these plants will be fine. It's not going to hurt them now. But yeah, we're just so thankful for rain. We don't have any irrigation here, so we're dependent on the Lord supplying our needs in that area. And yeah, our land, not saying we couldn't do some irrigation, but our land, the way it's laid out, isn't the greatest for most irrigators, with the hills and just they're not real big fields either. It's not like we have a big wide open 100 acres, but so yep. But over there on the other side of the lane's a cornfield off in the distance. Yeah, it's still, we had top dressed it there. I think I did mention that maybe right before we had that rain, and it looked kind of burnt the leaves pretty bad. But yeah, it'll probably a day or 2 or 3 that'll disappear hopefully, and it'll really take off and grow now. Probably should have took a picture in here yesterday, or a little bit of a video, but I'll try to pick this same spot the next couple days. Yeah, right here with the rain we had, the corn's probably, yeah, between my shoulders and not quite, yeah, halfway up, maybe between my shoulders and nose probably. But yeah, this stuff's already starting to get a swirl, like it's thinking about shooting tassel. But yeah, it'll grow a lot more between now and then since it got rain. But yeah, I'll try to do a video here maybe every day for 3 or 4 days right at this same spot, just to get an idea. Yesterday, it was in the morning when I was out here, and I forgot about it till this afternoon, but it definitely grew some. So it definitely grew now. It's right up there at the top of my head. It's a big rainstorm looking like it's going to hit us. So I'm hoping and praying we get some more rain, because it was really hot and breezy today, and yeah, we could use another good soaker. So we had another 3/10 of an inch last night, and yeah, man, this stuff is really growing now. Monday afternoon, this corn is definitely growing some more. Yeah, it's kind of crazy from where it went from Thursday till now. Yeah, I'm standing in the exact same spot every day, and Yeah, it's probably, I don't know, whatever that is, 4 to 6 inches above my head going now. Well, Monday afternoon here, but I came on over to a different spot in the field, and it's probably, I don't know if it's a good 6 inches to a foot taller than that spot I've been going to. It's not all like this, but there's definitely spots in the field that are. Today is Tuesday, so this would be, let me see, the 5th or 6th day. I started last Thursday morning. But yeah, almost forgot to do it here. It's just about dark. So yeah, you can see here tonight, some of this stuff is 6, 8, 10 inches above my head. Wow, this is just wonderful. Our maternity ward's about overflowing this morning, our springer and calving area. We had 4 calves born here over the weekend. There was a set of twins. There's one of them. That was one of the twins. The black and white Holstein over there's another twin. One's a bull and one's a heifer. And that speckled one over there lands a bull calf. And this red and white speckled lineback's a heifer calf. So, but yeah, actually I'm wrong about that. The red and white one's the bull, the black and white one's the heifer. There's black and white spotted when there's a heifer. But yeah, 3 of these will go to auction today. Here, a Springer pen, we had 1 calf born right before we came to the barn this morning. And that one's mom's kind of a nut. She thinks she wants to push everybody around. And then there was one born just as we were coming to the barn. Whenever I came to check them, she stood up and it finished falling out. There was another one born while we were milking, this red and white line back here. And then this one here, you can't get them much fresher than this. She just had hers like right now. Yeah, so yeah, don't want to mess with her too much. But so yeah, we had 4 calves born here within 3 hours.
Now you have to tell me what you're doing.
You never know what you're going to get into in a day's work. Saturday evening, I walked in the feed room there to talk to my son Willie a little bit. He's seen a little bit of a bubble in the side of this tire. Like, well, hopefully it'll last through the weekend. The tires we have on our mixer wagon are old super single truck tires. He was just coming out of the feed room to go run it out this morning, and it blew. So we have an old spare airplane tire that used to be on these mixers, and it's actually flat, but yeah, we don't want to ruin the rim on this. These rims here are expensive. That old airplane tire rim, if it gets ruined, it's not that big of a deal. We just kind of keep it around for something like this. If we end up having a flat and have to run it without, or don't have it, if it's over a weekend or in an evening, we don't have a chance to go get another tire. The only problem with it is the mixer wagon's full, so we're gonna have issues here getting it jacked up and getting it up high enough to get it changed. We have a 12-ton bottle jack. We have a regular 3.5-ton floor jack we can use to help if we need to, but sure what. Yeah, here's our old airplane tire. It's been flat for quite a while, but it's I forget what are they, 30 ply maybe? They're like terrible thick tires.
So, goats are helping me out this morning. We got some odd brushes, and the weeping willow trees grow way down in the chicken pen. Uh-oh. One of the chickens, I let them in the chicken pen, and they'll trim all the trees, but I'm not sure what happened to that chicken. Scared them all. They're all coming back again. But anyhow, goats do really good. If you notice out there in the goat pasture, they trim the trees like perfect. So anyways, it'll save me a lot of work, and they'll get them all trimmed up, and they'll eat all this brush and stuff. So that the chickens, they just go in around it, they don't eat it or anything. So this should work pretty good. But I'll probably come out here, let them out here for a couple hours, and yeah, they'll get it all trimmed up, and I'll pen them out of here then. Here's a new calf that we had born. I think it's first time feeding it, or feeding it a bottle. Anyways, it's one of these black and white linebacks. But here's the detail I like. Her eyebrows are like, they're black, and then she has little dots there. She doesn't have as many on this side. But anyhow, she's a really pretty calf. We have this cat again. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 orange babies. This is the same cat that had her kittens in another calf stall in the spring. This is her second batch. I mean, seriously. She had kittens in another stall, and we tried to move them to another place, and nope, she moved them right back again. So now this time she just had 7 more babies, and she had them in a calf stall again with the big calves. So I don't know, we're gonna have to convince her of something. She had 4 last time, and we ended up giving 3 of them died, and we gave the other one to another mom, and that one's fine. But anyhow, we shall see. 7 kittens is a few too many.
Now we're getting ready to move a weaned pen of calves. We have 9 calf stalls, or calf pens, groups of 4. Yeah, this pen here is weaned and ready to go to the other barns. Yeah, this pen's kind of an extra pen we added out here on the side. Our calves have been growing really well in these pens, and we're really happy with feeding them this way. Sometimes people wonder about sucking on each other when you raise them in groups. Well, one thing we found with these nipple bar feeders, that they tend to just keep sucking on the nipples to satisfy their sucking instinct, I guess, or sucking craving, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not saying we never have any that suck on each other, but very, very little. When you're moving calves out of a pen, for those of you that are farmers would know this, but they're a pain in the neck. As soon as they see something that looks a little scary to them, or they're walking out on something different than their straw pen, they can look pretty scary. Behind you. Got a really pretty tan and white one in this group. Come on.
see, Cooper. Maybe you don't like the pigs.